Imagine biting into your favorite food only to discover it could be your last meal. A chilling thought, isn't it? Yet it's a startling reality that some of the food items we regularly consume harbor hidden dangers. These culinary time bombs, often innocuous in appearance, carry within them the potential for grave harm. What makes a food item dangerous, you may ask? The level of danger varies, with some foods causing mild discomfort, while others can lead to severe health consequences or even death. The potential harm doesn't solely depend on the food itself, but also on the preparation methods, the quantity consumed, and individual susceptibility. Consider this. Some of the most beloved fruits and vegetables have parts that are toxic if consumed, yet, knowledge about these potential hazards is often overlooked or unknown. This is why it's crucial to know what we're putting into our bodies, and the possible effects it could have on our health. In this countdown, we're going to uncover the hidden dangers lurking in our kitchens and restaurants, in our gardens and grocery stores. We'll start with the least dangerous, working our way up to the food items that could quite literally be the last thing you ever eat. The foods we'll explore range from the exotic and rare to the everyday and mundane. Some are dangerous due to natural toxins, while others become deadly through human error in preparation or storage. Each carries its own unique story, a tale of danger hidden behind deliciousness. As we journey through this gastronomic minefield, you'll discover the surprising, the unexpected, and the downright terrifying. You'll learn about the risks associated with these foods and how to avoid them. You'll also gain a newfound respect for the power of nature and the delicate balance that exists between nourishment and danger. So buckle up for an adventure of culinary thrill and peril. It's time to look at the food on our plates with a discerning eye and a healthy dose of caution. Now prepare yourself as we delve into the world of dangerous foods, counting down from the least to the most dangerous. Starting our countdown, we have the deceptively delightful raw cashews. Yes, you heard it right. Those crunchy, creamy nuts that are a favorite in trail mixes and vegan dishes alike. But here's the kicker, they're not as innocent as they seem. Raw cashews come packed with a chemical known as urushiol. Sound familiar? That's because it's the same stuff found in poison ivy. Consumed in large amounts, this chemical can lead to some pretty nasty reactions, from skin rashes to, in extreme cases, fatality. Now don't panic just yet. The cashews you find in your local supermarket are usually steamed or roasted, processes which neutralize the urushiol, so they're safe to consume. But if you ever find yourself in the wild staring at a cashew tree, remember to resist the temptation of plucking and eating the nuts raw. So next time you reach for a handful of cashews, remember, they're best enjoyed roasted. Next on our list we have the hidden assassin, rhubarb leaves. Now that might sound surprising. After all, rhubarb is known for its sweet and tangy flavor, often featured in mouth-watering pies and jams. However, the green leaves of this plant hide a deadly secret. They contain a substance known as oxalic acid. In small amounts, oxalic acid might not pose a significant threat, but in higher concentrations, it's a different story altogether. Consuming too many rhubarb leaves can lead to the formation of kidney stones, a painful condition that you'd surely want to avoid. But it doesn't stop there. In extreme cases, the oxalic acid can even cause kidney failure, a life-threatening condition. So the next time you're preparing a delicious rhubarb pie, remember to discard the leaves. It's the stalks that bring the flavor, not the leaves. Remember, it's the stalks that make the pie, not the leaves. Our countdown continues with the sweet killer, nutmeg. This fragrant spice, often associated with holiday treats and warm beverages, holds a dark secret. When consumed in large amounts, nutmeg can turn from a delightful flavoring to a dangerous hallucinogen. The culprit is a compound called myristicin, which can induce hallucinations, confusion, and even severe anxiety. But the effects of too much nutmeg don't stop at mind-altering experiences. It can also lead to nutmeg poisoning, a condition that includes symptoms like nausea, dry mouth, and an irregular heartbeat. In severe cases, it can result in convulsions, and even more rarely, death. It's a chilling thought that a spice so commonly found in our kitchen cabinets can hold such potential for harm. But fear not, the danger lies in the dose. A sprinkle here and there in your holiday eggnog or pumpkin pie is generally safe. So, keep your festive eggnog sprinkle to a minimum. Coming up next we have the silent slayer, elderberries. Often hailed for their immune-boosting properties, these tiny berries have a darker side. When consumed raw, elderberries, along with their leaves, bark and roots, can be a potential danger to your health. Why, you ask? They contain a cyanide-inducing glycoside. This compound has the potential to cause a toxic buildup of cyanide in the body. Cyanide, as you may know, is a potent poison. A handful of raw elderberries might not be fatal, but they can certainly cause nausea, vomiting, and even lead to a coma in severe cases. This doesn't mean you have to strike elderberries off your list though. When cooked, these berries are perfectly safe and delicious. They can be used in pies, jams, and syrups. The key is moderation and preparation. So the next time you come across elderberries, remember this. Elderberries are best enjoyed cooked and in moderation. The unseen danger on our countdown is raw honey. A spoonful of honey can be a sweet treat, but did you know that raw honey can pose a serious risk? Hidden within its golden depths, raw honey can contain a toxin known as granotoxin. This sneaky substance can bring about a host of unpleasant symptoms, including dizziness, weakness, excessive sweating, nausea, and vomiting. And these aren't just fleeting discomforts, they can persist for a full 24 hours. In severe cases, granotoxin poisoning can lead to low blood pressure, shock, and heart rhythm problems. It's a frightening thought, isn't it? A dollop of honey in your morning tea or drizzled over your pancakes could potentially lead to a life-threatening situation. The good news is this risk is predominantly associated with raw honey, so perhaps it's safer to stick with store-bought honey. It may not have the romantic allure of its raw counterpart, but it certainly offers peace of mind. Approaching the top of our list, we have the ocean's deceiver, the pufferfish. Lurking beneath the waves, this creature boasts an intriguing yet perilous secret. The pufferfish, also known as fugu in Japan, is a delicacy that, if prepared incorrectly, can become your last meal. The danger lies in the fish's organs and skin, which are laced with a potent poison known as tetrodotoxin. This neurotoxin is approximately 1,200 times deadlier than cyanide, and there's enough in just one pufferfish to take out 30 adult humans. There's no known antidote, making it one of the most hazardous substances found in nature. When consumed, the poison swiftly invades the body. Initial symptoms may include a tingling sensation on the lips and tongue, followed by dizziness and vomiting. As tetrodotoxin continues its assault, the victim may experience increasing paralysis, and in severe cases, this can lead to respiratory failure and death. The preparation of fugu is an art that requires years of rigorous training. Only licensed chefs are permitted to handle this fish, and even then, the margin for error is razor thin. A single incorrect cut can release the poison into the fish's flesh, turning a delicacy into a deadly dish. Despite the risks, fugu remains a cherished dish in Japan and other parts of Asia. The thrill of eating something so dangerous combined with the fish's unique flavor keeps people coming back for more. However, with an average of 6 deaths per year linked to fugu consumption, it's clear that this is a dish where the stakes are high. So, if you're planning to visit a sushi restaurant and you see fugu on the menu, consider this. Is the thrill of eating a potentially deadly meal worth the risk? The next time you're feeling adventurous at a sushi restaurant, maybe skip the fugu. After all, there are plenty of other delicious dishes that won't send you to an early grave. And finally, the most dangerous food on our list is the seemingly innocent cassava root. Cassava might be a staple food for over 500 million people in the developing world, but it's not as benign as it appears. When improperly prepared, this root vegetable can be deadly. It contains compounds that, when eaten raw or inadequately cooked, turn into cyanide in the body. Yes, cyanide. The poison that has been a silent accomplice in numerous crime novels and historical assassinations. In its raw form, cassava contains 2 types of cyanogenic glucosides, linamarin and lotostrolin. When these compounds come into contact with enzymes in the human body, they transform into hydrogen cyanide, a highly potent poison. The symptoms of cyanide poisoning can range from headache, confusion, and dizziness, to seizures, cardiac arrest, and even death. And it's not just about eating it raw. Even when cooked, if the cassava is not properly soaked and dried before preparation, it can still retain dangerous levels of these toxins. The bitter varieties of cassava in particular are more toxic than the sweet ones, but both types carry the risk if not prepared correctly. Despite these risks, cassava remains a crucial source of carbohydrates, especially in regions where other crops don't thrive. Its resilience to harsh weather conditions makes it a reliable food source, but also a dangerous one if not handled with the utmost care. The irony here is palpable. A food source that is a lifeline for many is also a potential death trap, But with proper knowledge and preparation, the dangers of cassava can be mitigated. So why is cassava considered the most dangerous food? It's the sheer scale of its consumption and the lethal potential it carries. A staple for millions, yet a single mistake in its preparation can lead to dire consequences. So there we have it, the most dangerous food you could possibly eat. Let's recap the deadly countdown we just explored. We began our journey with the hidden dangers on our plate, opening our eyes to the potential harm that lurks in everyday foods. The raw cashews, a deceptive delight, are far from harmless. When consumed uncooked, they can cause severe allergic reactions and even poison us with their natural toxin, urushiol. The key to safely enjoying them is to ensure they are properly roasted to neutralize the toxin. Next, we turned our attention to the hidden assassin, the innocent-looking rhubarb leaf. While the stalks are a popular ingredient in pies and desserts, the leaves are a different story. They contain oxalic acid, a compound that can cause kidney failure if ingested in large amounts. The safety measure here is simple: discard the leaves and enjoy the stalks. We then delved into the world of the sweet killer, nutmeg. This popular spice can induce hallucinations, convulsions, and even death when consumed in excess. The safe rule of thumb is moderation. A little nutmeg can add flavor to your dishes, but a lot can spell disaster. Our exploration took us to the realm of the silent slayer, elderberries. While elderberry wine and jam are treats, raw elderberries, their leaves and stems can cause severe stomach upset due to their cyanide-inducing glycosides. The safety measure is to cook elderberries thoroughly before consumption. We also uncovered the unseen danger in raw honey. While it's a natural sweetener, it can contain gray toxin, leading to dizziness, weakness, and even heart arrhythmia. The safety precaution is to consume honey that's been pasteurized, as the heating process eliminates the toxin. Our journey then ventured beneath the waves to meet the ocean's deceiver, the pufferfish. This delicacy can be lethal if prepared incorrectly, as it contains tetrodotoxin, a substance more toxic than cyanide. The safety measure here is clear: only consume pufferfish prepared by a licensed chef. Finally, we arrived at the most dangerous food in our countdown. Every food item we've discussed carries potential harm, reminding us of the importance of knowledge and caution in our dietary choices. Remember, knowledge is the key to safety. Stay curious, stay vigilant, and stay safe.